powerful storm will decimate to the northeast with another blizzard from Portland to Boston down through Providence. But not only there, New York, Philadelphia, around the nation's capital will get inundated by this powerful storm. Hi there, I'm meteorologist Vin Crosby from the Weather Show at Vin Crosby here on YouTube, giving you an update on this latest developing storm we told you about last night. It's still going to have the same characteristics where this big pool of cold air is going to pinwheel down around the nation's capital, and that's going to get cut off and form a powerful nor'easter that's going to roll up from the mid-Atlantic states right on up in towards New England. We talked about last night how this storm will elongate a little bit in the jet stream, and that's going to slow things down. Last night, I went for 2 to 4 feet in some areas. It's going to be a little bit less than that because the storm is not as elongated, but still 1 to 3 feet of snow is going to be possible in some areas. We want to give you those snow totals in the nation's capital on up towards the northeast. This forecast model still bringing that band of heavy snow in the pink there, the purple area. You can see it comes through Saturday night into Sunday across much of the mid-Atlantic states and the northeast. All right, here is what I think is going to happen as far as snow accumulations as the lines get painted on there inside that area of white. That is where we'll see 1 to 3 feet of snow potentially in these areas. Notice New York is in that. Notice Philadelphia is in that. All of New Jersey, all of Delaware, and much of the eastern side of Maryland on the other side of the Potomac. So that is where we're looking at, or the Bay, I should say, in Maryland. That's what we're looking at for the heaviest amounts of snow and wind as this thing develops. Most of it should be on the lower to mid side of the 1 to 3 feet. But some areas may get some higher snow amounts, especially in the hills where there's some upslope, and the drifts could be very high as well. Notice it's a very distinct band of 5 to 10 inches, a small band just in between that blue and white area from Baltimore, just inside of the Beltway around Washington, D.C., but still a lot of treacherous snow falling in those areas. And then that thin band between the white and the blue goes on up to the north, just west of Philadelphia, out towards Lancaster, and then it tapers off after that back to the west of that area. And notice I-95, it goes right on up in through the Jersey Turnpike, right on in towards New York City. So this is going to be a devastating storm. Again, Friday night, Saturday, and Saturday morning, the heaviest down around these areas. But back up in the northeast, like last night, a nice band of heavy snow. I like 1 to 3 feet inside those white areas there from Maine back down through New Hampshire, right through Worcester. You can see it gets all of Rhode Island, all of Connecticut, much of Long Island, then back towards the Cape. As that storm comes up and pinwheels back in towards the Cape, that's when we'll start to see lighter amounts of snow as what we call a dry slot will move on in. But most of the heavy bands of precipitation will continue as the storm will track just offshore, bringing the heaviest bands of snow in those areas of white. So I like a thin line just around Plymouth, Massachusetts, back towards maybe the Fall River area. East of that, I should say, out towards New Bedford, we should see 5 to 10 inches of snow in that little band. And then there will be a band, thin area, 5 to 10 inches of snow back up around Burlington, Vermont, eastern areas of New York State, and then back towards Poughkeepsie and just outside of the city of New York City. So this is the type of storm system. I know you live there. I know you're used to these things. I know you're going to wait to the last minute to see what the track of the storm is, but I've been doing this for 30 years. I can tell you, so there is enough data for concern that you should be making preparations now. Don't wait to the last minute because you probably won't be able to get supplies and that sort of thing if this thing really bombs out going in towards Friday night and Saturday. I-95, Interstate 80, a lot of the interstates are going to be closed down on this, so travel not recommended anywhere up in the northeast Friday night all the way on through Sunday in the morning hours. If this storm system slows down and elongates like we talked about last night, that forecast of 2 to 4 feet is going to be possible. This is the forecast right here that I made last night. You'll want to check that out.